To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watched from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball, this is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come, oh yes it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never dim your light. Been wrong for too long, this here feels so right.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Lily Pilly Stitches studio vlog. Can't even tell you what number it is. I guess it's going to be whatever season, because we're into a new year, and episode 1, because it's been ages. It's been quite a few months, probably 6 months or more, since I last did a video, and we're now into 2025. Sorry about the dogs barking. I had a haircut the other day, and now all the curls are curling. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a while. Sorry, I'm a bit out of practice. I thought I would finally get round to saying hello and checking in with you all. I hope you've had a good start to 2025, apart from the mayhem that is politically around the world 2025. But other than that, I hope you're having a good first half of the year, and I hope you've had a lovely Easter weekend, however you celebrate or don't celebrate. We have the long weekend, so we have Good Friday off till and then today Easter Monday, and then everyone goes back to work for 3 days, and then we have Anzac Day, which is to commemorate the World War II, all the wars, and it's Anzac represents, if you're not from Australia or New Zealand, it represents the Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and we commemorate all the people who have been lost from all the wars over the years on the 25th of April. So Friday is a public holiday as well, so I've taken the 3 days off, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that I get 10 days break from work. So that's what I'm doing this year. And then the 5th of May is another long weekend for Labor Day here in Queensland. So yay, winning. Then it'll be like nothing till like, I don't know, October, long weekend, and then Christmas. So yeah, it's always like that at the beginning of the year, isn't it? So it was sunny before, but now it's a bit overcast. Don't mind the tape, I've been slack and still haven't taken it off from Cyclone Alfred, which was, what was that? February? We were okay. We had a few trees down the back and heard some branches hit the roof, but other than that we were okay. Lost power for 3.5 days, which meant no water some of the time. Because we're up on a hill, we have a pump in the street over that pushes water up to our houses. But anyway, we got through it, and we've since purchased, Wayne purchased a generator, a small one, so that we can run the fridge and charge our phones and things up if the power goes out again for any reason. And yeah, we got through it. So let's get into the crafting. I have one new cross stitch start that I'll share with you. The other items I haven't really worked on much, so I won't show those. And I've got a sewing, like garment sewing project that I started yesterday that I'll share with you, and a knitting project, and that's about it, I think. So let's get into it. So for the cross stitch, I had some leftover 46 count Decrepit by number 12 Stitch Co. And I decided I had some thread, silk thread, a Veris wire, that I wanted to use from a previous thing I'd kitted up from hats, Hands Across the Sea samplers, but girls, come on. Sorry for the barking. So I had these, oops, what's that stuck to it? Another thread. So I had some threads from that project that I wasn't going to stitch, so I decided to start a new project, because why not? And I'm going to a needlework retreat with Nicola of Hands Across the Sea Samplers, hosted by Carolyn at A Stitch in Time Hobart later in May, which I'm really looking forward to. It's in Hobart. So the new project I started is by Fox and Rabbit Designs, and it's Emily Trump 1872. And it's just a simple little alphabet sampler. And I didn't have the called for threads, but I like the thread colours that I had here from this kit. So I decided to just do it in those on the 46 count Decrepit. So here is what I have done so far. And I just love the colours. The combination goes really well together. So hopefully you can see that okay. This looks white, but it's a very, very, very pale blue. And yeah, I really love it. So whereabouts am I up to? The third row. I'm up to 1, 2, 3, up to this row here. So I'm just working my way down. I'm going to change Emily Trump to somebody else's name from my family tree, because this is actually from a little girl who was in the Hunter Valley, which is where my family are from, in near Newcastle. So I'm going to change it to my three times great grandmother, Caroline Druce, I think. I'll put it in her name because she was in the Upper Hunter during that time. So that's that one. That's my latest cross stitch project. Let me just have a look and see what I've got here. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I did do a little bit more on the Janet Angus sampler. Sorry, I'm just having trouble getting this in the bag. Put that in so I don't lose it. Right. Yeah, so I just thought I'd start a new project. But I have done the Janet Angus sampler that I designed. I've been working on that, which I'll try and show you next time. I might take that with me to the retreat. And then, yeah, just been working on that one. I haven't done a lot of cross stitch, but now that I have, oh God, the dogs are driving me nuts. Just a minute. I'm just going to forge ahead because, yeah. Trying to get him to shut up when there's 4 dogs is impossible. So my next project that I started last night is a dress pattern by Style Arc, which is an Australian company, independent pattern company. And the size of this pattern goes all the way up to 30. I'm doing the largest size, which I think is equivalent to like a size 24 Australian. Paris, I'm busy. She's scratching my arm. So this is the Montana dress, and its suggested fabric is like a soft linen. And you actually, when you buy the hard copy pattern, you get a sample of the linen that they suggest to go with it, which is quite helpful when you're going. This is the linen that I am going for, that I have bought. It's a cotton linen blend from Spotlight that I bought a couple of years ago, and then I've been too afraid to start. So it's taken me a few years, and then I thought, you know what, I just need to start cutting into the fabric and get it going. Otherwise, it's just going to sit there and languish, and I'm never going to get anywhere. So this pattern's a very simple, beginner-friendly pattern, and there are video tutorials if you look up the Montana Midi dress. So obviously it's a midi, so it's a mid-length along your legs, so midway down, just below your knees. And it's a basic, there's no button placket or zippers to install. It's a bodice, a sewn bodice, and then a gathered skirt, and you just slip it over your head. So this is what it looks like. So this is sort of like going to be a wearable muslin. I think, having tried on the bodice with just it clipped with some little quilting clips, it falls just below my bust. I think if I'm making it again, I might add an extra inch to the length, just because I prefer it to sit a bit lower. But we'll see what it looks like when I'm finished. So I'm doing it in this polka dot fabric, and then a couple of years ago when we were at Stanthorpe, I found some upholstery fabric for like $2 or something at St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop. And it's actually, I think, meant for like covering lounges, like upholstery fabric. It's called Vintage Rose. Schumacher and Co. Crafted with pride in the USA. And it's called Rose Cottage Remembrance, the Victorian collection. So I imagine it's not in production now. I think it's quite a few years old. Anyway, I found that, and I'd already pre-washed it ages ago, like when I first bought it, and serged the edges and washed it. So it was ready to go. So I just decided to use this as the lining on the bodice. So you won't see it really, but I just wanted something that's going to not clash too badly with the colour that I'm already doing. So that's the lining of the bodice. And then the outside is this cotton linen fabric that is like a dusky pink with white polka dots. So there we go. Now let me just see, so I know I'm showing you. I wrote on the back of this, top back, so that's the back. This is the front. Okay. Sorry for the finagling. And we'll get it eventually. Let me just grab I've sewn most of it. I've just got to sew the top seams on the shoulders. And top stitch around the neckline. So that's it there. And yeah, so it fits, so that's a positive. And it just sort of sits a bit below where on my bust. I've got quite a big bust, so I think next time if I do make this, which it seems like I've done the hardest part really, it seems like it'll be a good pattern to have, and I can make up a few different dresses in different fabrics. So because the skirt's just basically a gathered skirt that you attach to the bodice and then hem it. That's it, and it's got some pockets. So anyway, I'm very happy with this so far, and yeah, so that's what I'm making this weekend. Hopefully I'll finish it this week sometime. Tomorrow, well, I'll get onto that later. So that's that. I did have this other pattern by Style Arc for a skirt. But I'm thinking of giving it to my mum because she likes this style of skirt and she can take it and get some made up. So I might give that to her. And then my other project is a knitting project. Woohoo! Didn't want to lose the needles. This is the Champagne Cardigan by Petite Knit. And the inspiration for this was I saw online when I looked up on Instagram, the Champagne Cardigan. Someone had done it in like a colour blocking. So they'd done really bright colours for the neckband, the wrists, around the bottom, hem, and yeah, I really loved it, but it was in bright colours that didn't suit me. And I couldn't find a combination because they had 3 different bright colours and I couldn't find the right combination. So I just decided to go with one colour, contrast, bright, with this neutral oatmeal, which is Double Sunday by Sandasgarn. And here's my glasses, sorry. Can't see anything without my glasses. Okay, right, that's better. The colour is 2351, and it's 100% merino wool. So, and then I mixed it held together with Sandasgarn Tin Silk Mohair in the same sort of colourway, which is 3021. So these two are held together and we get this. So I'm just about, how cute is this? I got this from Sobe at Newcastle last time I visited. It's a little sheep biscuit that's partly eaten. And I also got like a piece of broccoli, progress keeper and something else. Yeah, so, and these are my flower stitch markers that are metal. They're great. Nothing catches on them. They're really lovely to use. I've got some Disney ones as well, and they're in my shop. So this is what I've got so far. So this is a raglan setup. So this is the back. And then coming down, you've got the sleeves, and then it goes into like across like a bit of a V-neck across, and then you'll have your button band going down. So it's in those colours, and I just realised I left the other colour. Did I? Oh, wait and I'll go and get that. I'm back, although it was probably not even a second for you. So the contrast colour is going to be in this bright bubblegum pink, which is Sandasgarn Double Sunday in the colour 4315, and Sandasgarn Tin Silk Mohair, colour 4315. So tin as in Tynn, I don't know how you pronounce it. Silk mohair. So this is 57% mohair, 28% silk, 15% wool, I think. Yes. And good guess, Lisa, from the Norwegian. And so this is going to be the button band, the cuffs and the waistband, this colour. And then it will frame the main colour of the body of the sweater, the cardigan. So I'm just about ready to, I've got to purl across, and then I'll start splitting the sleeves onto waste yarn, and then I can just work back and forth till I get to the right length, and then just put the sleeves in and the button band. It sounds all very simple, but it'll take me ages. I was hoping to have it this winter, but I don't know. But I'm not going to start any other new knitting projects until I either completely run out of oomph on this one or I've finished it. Like, because I know what I'm like. If I start something else, I'll put that aside and forget about it, and then it'll just go by the by. So, and take me like 3 years to finish. So I'm trying my best to stick with it, stay the course, and then to go with it on the buttons I got to go with it. Whoops. Oh dear. I'm probably going to lose these now. Money. Sorry for the crinkling. So the buttons I got are acrylic, handmade by the Magpie's Eye in the UK, and that's her details. And she was on Etsy. I think it's a lady. She was on Etsy, and she makes buttons. So I got a set of 4 of these clear glitter buttons, and they're going to go on the button band like so. I think they'll tie in nicely. So that'll look really cute. And then she gave me this cute glitter big button. So I'll have to find a use for this one. So that was a bonus. I'm just going to find my Notions pouch. Oh dear. I just don't want to lose these buttons, so I don't have to order them from the UK again. It took a few weeks to come, so that's my little pouch that I made ages ago. Yeah, so that's my, sorry for bumping that, that's my knitting project. So I've made good progress on that. I'm just going to, work across to purl, and then I'll be able to split for the sleeves, add extra stitches under the arms, and then just work back and forth. So if I don't get it, I doubt I'll get it finished by the end of May. If I don't get it finished, that'll be coming with me to Hobart to work on when I'm not stitching. Sorry, I'll take these off because they're reflective and put on my other glasses. These have been a game changer. They're slightly tinted blue, and I've got a pair of computer glasses as well, and they have prisms in. So I was watching Instagram Reels, and then I come across someone who was talking about prism glasses and binocular vision dysfunction, and talking about how, you know, like if you run into things all the time, which I do, like doorways and furniture and stuff, you might and get motion sick easy and things like that, that you might have BVD, which is binocular vision dysfunction, which is basically most people's eyes line up at the end at the right, like they're evenly spaced, and then they line up neatly at the end. Mine, one's eyes pointing slightly askew, and so they don't, and then you get double vision and you get motion sickness, and you have a tendency to, like, when you're walking, walk to the left or the right, you know, and run into things. So I'd never heard of a behavioural optometrist before, so you can't just go see your normal optometrist and find out if you've got it. You need to look up a behavioural optometrist, and it cost me about $120 for the appointment. I wasn't able to claim any back really. And then you go, and it's just a normal eye test, and then you have a few extra tests, and then that's when they just diagnosed me with the BVD. And then they also checked if I found it better to read with colour on the lens. So some people like pink or like red, and green or blue or orangey colour like things. So I found the blue was the best for me, so I had that added as a tint on both sets of glasses. They weren't cheap to get the prisms and the tinting, but worth it, because I used to have trouble with spreadsheets at work because it was hard to line up the lines. Now it's a lot less hassle. And you can actually go and have vision therapy where you do like a virtual reality headset and it trains your eyes to try and help. It won't cure it, but it'll help correct or lessen the symptoms of the BVD. So when I go to get these glasses changed for new lenses, these are my everyday seeing glasses. I'll get prisms in these ones. So if you have experienced similar, why not look it up and see the next time you go for an appointment to get your eyesight checked. Ask to have a behavioural optometry appointment and check for it. Even if you don't need glasses for reading or anything or seeing, if you've got BVD, you could still have prisms in plain lenses with prisms in, and that will help correct it so you'll experience less symptoms. So that's what I did. So they've been good. I've got less migraines as well, which has been great. What else? Nothing much. I'm going to Newcastle Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. So that'll be, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. Tomorrow, I've got tomorrow off, so I'm going to go over to that Nest haberdashery, which has secondhand sewing supplies, fabric, notions, all sorts of things that people either donate or companies donate, that like end of roll of fabric and things like that. And that's in Brisbane at Brendale. And I'll go and see what treasures they have there. And then I might go to a yarn store, I don't know. And then, then I'll be in Newcastle. So looking forward to that. That's all the news I can think of at the moment, and I'll probably check in with you when I go to Hobart. I'll try and take some video and some footage when I go, because I'm planning to go out to Richmond, which is a Georgian village outside of Hobart, about half an hour out. So I'll check in with you soon, hopefully, and till then, happy crafting, stitching, sewing, knitting, crocheting, whatever you're doing, and I'll check in with you soon. Okay, bye.